Tomorrow's the first of the month, which means all of the witches are going to be doing our prosperity workings. Hey, so no hate to this creator, but I have a small suggestion. I recommend not using the colonized Gregorian calendar in your practice, and here's why. That calendar does not line up with the lunar cycle or our menstrual cycles, and it's not a coincidence. It was meant to throw us off our natural cycles and take away our power.
This is why I always suggest that y'all get the Witch's Almanac calendar. This is the one I use. The Witch's Almanac calendar, not the other ones. It's lined up by zodiac sign, and it gives you all the cycles, the moon cycles within it. It has a lot of other useful information too. So we don't work on Gregorian time, and this will help you learn the old ways that it was done. Okay, bye. I had to take my teeth out for this one, so I could be as trailer park white as I possibly could. I didn't say or insinuate that her method was wrong. Jesus Christ. Y'all want to hate me so bad. What I said was, traditionally, we went by a lunar calendar, dude. And then I made a suggestion of a product that you could buy if you wanted to do that. But let me be clear. If I thought somebody was giving out false information, I 100% will call them out regardless of their skin color. Have a nice day. Good to know. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to take the other stuff down before it gets out of control too much. Hey, so I'm going to use your comment because I think it's a good one to share some information with, because I think a lot of people may hold your point of view. So this is not any form of attack on you at all. I appreciate that you are commenting on my page. So the reason why these are mostly POC practices, Latino practices, Afro-Cuban practices, African traditional religion practices. The reason that they hold churches' calendar days sacred goes back to when their colonization first happened in that area. So they were minding their business with their own belief system and deities when the colonizing country, America, France, Spain, Portugal, when they came over, they gave them no choice. They either converted to Catholicism or they were killed. And so a lot of them hid their practices within Catholicism, which is why you see a lot of Christian iconography in these Afro and Latino root practices. So what you may see as a Christian significant day, or a calendar or church significant day, or Christian iconography, is actually they had to hide their shit within it in order not to be killed. Unfortunately, the colonizers never left. So they were unable for many generations to pull their belief in their deities out from the iconography that it was hidden under. And so that's why many of these days and events are sacred to them. It is a direct result of having to hide to avoid being killed by the colonizers. Now, I know there are some grassroots movements in all these countries to pull their deities out from there again now, but it's still like a couple hundred years of it having to hide it within Christian iconography. So that's what I think that's it. I hope I made myself clear. So this is what had happened. I posted this video.
Tomorrow's the first of the month, which means all of the witches are going to be doing our prosperity workings. Okay, so no hate to this creator, but I have a small suggestion. I recommend not using the colonized Gregorian calendar in your practice in here.
And then I proceeded to agree and recommend the Witch's Almanac. But now I'm going to replay that same clip. And I want you to listen to it with POC ears. Okay? Seriously.
Tomorrow's the first of the month, which means all of the witches are going to be doing our prosperity workings. Okay, so no hate to this creator, but I have a small suggestion. I recommend not using the colonized Gregorian calendar in your practice in here.
So, if you were listening to that with a POC ears, it could sound like I was insinuating that Anastasia, who was POC, was practicing colonization on her own stuff. And a POC lady brought that to my attention. And we bickered for a minute because that wasn't at all what I was saying. And then they commented this. So I shared it so that, because most of my following is white. So I shared it so that everyone would know. And then someone posted this. And so you can go to this video because then I took that as an opportunity to explain how these practices were hidden within Catholicism during colonization. So that's what happened. I mean, we do hear things differently. You know what I'm saying? We do. You know, when you first, if you're white and you first heard my video, you wouldn't think anything of it because you don't have that point of view. So that's what happened. And I wanted to share that as a learning experience. Goodbye.